Hey everybody, welcome to Impossible Coin, where we are currently discussing the various turns and twists of America's ongoing werewolf crisis. One of the first victims of the outbreak from America's Midwest, everybody's favorite irresponsible grocery werewolf, Tegan Somerset.
Hi everybody. Oh boy. Are we going to explain this?
We'll get there. We're going to get there. We're going to get there.
Okay.
Fully rested after a long night's sleep, and definitely not an underappreciated DM from West Texas, Rocky Hardy.
Hey, what up, guys?
Woo!
Man, I wish I could get a full night's sleep. That sounds delicious. I'll work on it. I'll put it on my schedule.
I've had a full night's sleep for the last 2 nights, and it's been downright fucking sumptuous. It's been incredible.
How many hours do you consider a full night's sleep? Host with the most, Brian Cartwright.
I'm gonna call that shit 8.5. It was choice.
Oh man,
that's right.
You need 8.5 hours to function?
No, but that's a full night's sleep. That's like
I mean, where you wake up and you're like rested and you're like, yeah, this is good. 8.5?
You know what's the absolute titties is waking up 5 minutes before your alarm and going, and then just walking over to it and turning it off before it goes off. Like waking up exactly 5 minutes before your alarm. So you're like, that's right, kids. My body is rested and I'm getting up when I'm ready. I don't even have to hear the thing yell at me.
Would you say that your body is Reggie when that happens?
My body is fully Reggie. I'm a 9 foot, 800-pound man, ready to fucking yell at all of America about cardboard. It's fucking incredible. I'm like, hey everybody, you thought we were gonna just fucking sleep on all these boxes I brought from my Pizza Hut job back in the day?
I love how, like, whenever, like, someone is making a big presentation, they love to say that they used to deliver pizza. Like, I guess I have to do it at some point. I don't know. But it's like, it's Reggie, it's JJ Watt, like, it's, there's a third person. There's definitely a third person. I just can't think of the top of my head.
Well, fucking Reggie, man. Like, who would have thought, like, I just want to know what that thinking was at Nintendo. Like, hey, this guy used to be, the CEO over at Pizza Hut. He seems like a perfect fucking fit. Like, I mean, and this is not meant to bust Reggie's balls. I think we all love Reggie here.
Yeah, Reggie's great.
He's this kind of like weird, friendly, giant Frankenstein man who like lumbers across the Seattle landscape. Who's like, bah! Buy these little toys. I just fucking love that guy. But, before we dig into Reggie and we dig into cardboard, we have far more pressing issues. Mainly, fucking Tegan, what kind of garbage are you pouring into your body? Jesus.
This week, I'm not, is the thing. I've forgotten to eat 4 separate meals in the last 2 days.
God damn it, Tegan.
God damn it, Tegan.
So, I eat breakfast at work because I'm so used to, before I switched to day shift, I used to work till 3 in the morning. So, I don't get hungry until, 10 or 11 a.m. It doesn't matter what time I wake up. I'm not hungry until 10 or 11. Mm-hmm. And if I eat before then, I get, kind of like heartburn, but not. Okay. So I eat breakfast at work. And then the last 2 days, I've forgotten to eat both lunch and dinner.
Oh, my God.
That's no good.
Tegan, please.
Sorry.
I mean, Tegan, it doesn't matter whether or not a taco is a fucking sandwich if you don't eat it.
All right, so Tegan.
I don't know, man.
Okay, so picture this, Tegan.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A Nintendo Labo shows up to your house filled with food. And then you use that food in order to, get your stamina up.
Okay, but where do I hook up my Switch?
Directly into your oven.
Oh, okay.
Full snap.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's right.
Rival ovens.
Just make sure to take out the micro SD card if you've added one. Damn. So, Tegan, this is our mandated by our fully shut down government. You have no longer than 10 minutes to uncork on anime.
Oh.
Look, if the government wasn't shut down, you could have 15, but this is where we are as a people and as a nation.
Last time I was offered 15 and I didn't get 15.
Well, we didn't get 15 because by the time we started talking about it, we were already 30 minutes into the show.
So consider this, we're forward looking, we're building the time now. This is for our future. This is the Blue Apron Anime Minute.
Can I order anime recipes with Blue Apron? Can I be like, I want to make, like, chicken katsu and, like, that kind of thing? I don't know how Blue Apron works.
I believe they're developing that technology.
Sweet. Okay.
Picture if your anime came with crispy barramundi and fennel seeds.
I don't know what either of those things are.
Please, eat some food. Oh my god. Okay, no. Okay,
how do I, adults? Please.
Tegan, we're cutting into your anime time. Like, we need to get this done.
So, like, literally not even 20 minutes after we published last week's episode, Crunchyroll announced all the nominees for all the categories. Like, and there are a lot of categories, and I don't know how I'm going to watch them all. So I've made myself a spreadsheet over here that has the number of times that a certain anime is nominated for an award, and those are and cross-referenced with my anime queue of stuff that I've actually watched, so I can eliminate some of the things.
Okay.
So now I really only have to watch Land of the Lustrous, which is an Amazon exclusive, My Little Witch Academia, which is a Netflix exclusive, March Comes In Like a Lion Season 2, even though I haven't watched Season 1 yet, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, Kono Tsubasa, God's Blessings on This Wonderful World Season 2, Descending Stories, and what's the other one? Frickin' The Ancient Magnus Bride, which is nominated for like 6 things. But my problem is, and this is where Rocky and I are gonna fight, Best Girl. Best Girl has some hot contenders this year. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if anybody cares.
Well, I mean, I do.
Me. Well, yeah, other than me and Rocky. So, like, our choices are Akko from Little Witch Academia, Uraraka from My Hero Academia, Moriko from Recovery of an MMO Junkie, Serval from Kimi no Friends, Tsuyu from My Hero Academia, and Chise from Ancient Magnus Bride. And, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because there are so many good girls. Like, Tsuyu is so good, but I cosplay Uraraka because she's my girl, and I love her. But, like, I don't know anything about Akko, because I haven't watched Little Witch Academia yet, but I'm sure she's gonna be a good girl.
Well, I know about Akko. I haven't watched all of My Little Witch Academia, but she is a pretty good girl. Uraraka personally falls behind Tsuyu, because, like, I love Uraraka. Like, honestly, I would introduce her to my parents and see how that goes, but,
oh my god, it'd be so good. She's so pure and sweet.
But, like, Tsuyu is actually, like, the best. Like, if I needed a girl to have my back, I would actually pick Tsuyu over Uraraka.
Well, that's why I think Tsuyu should be in the best hero category, but she's not. Deku's in the best hero category, which is, I mean, like, whatever. But Tsuyu is the best hero. Like, even the show says she's the best hero right now. Like,
yeah, Tsuyu is actually a better hero than Deku is right now. And that is a travesty. You're right about that.
But Uraraka's such a good girl. She's just such a good girl.
Tegan, I have an immediate question.
Huh?
Did you print this fucking spreadsheet out?
Yeah, because you were flipping pages earlier.
No, I wrote it. I hand drew it.
You hand drew it?
Wait,
no.
Wait, okay,
that has to go up somewhere.
Just hold
Tegan,
the goddamn.
please.
Just hold the phone. Hold the phone. All right.
Hang on.
Are we talking about a handcrafted, bespoke spreadsheet?
It's 5 pages of just the, like, what anime is listed for which category and all the characters, and then it's another page of, like, the tallying of all of the titles so I can figure out which ones I need to watch, and then there's another page where I've started listing the different characteristics of some of these good girls, because I want to make the objectively best decision. I can't just lead with my heart.
Objectively best decision? Oh my god,
yeah.
you're
this is real science right now, Brian. This is anime science. Right? There are numbers.
I am treating this with as much, if not more, research and heart than I did the actual presidential election last year.
Oh, God.
I mean,
Tegan,
to be fair, that was a lot easier
All right,
to vote
well,
on.
everybody,
Tegan,
stay tuned for continuing weeks of fucking bullet-pointed cartoon girls right here at Impossible Coin.
Voting starts in
like
God.
2 days ago, actually.
No, voting begins one day at time of recording. Voting begins in 1 day, 16 hours, 13 minutes, and 56 seconds. And
Holy
I don't
shit,
know what I'm
Tegan.
gonna do. Like, I already know some of these things I'm not picking. Oh, I have to watch Made in the Abyss too, because Made in the Abyss is apparently great. And like, it's so hard. This is so hard. And then, I don't understand why Tanya Degereta is up for Best Villain from the Saga of Tanya the Evil, except that she's an 8-year-old who's fighting for basically magical Nazi Germany, and I'm wondering if she wasn't in magical Nazi Germany, would she be on the best hero side? Because, like, we see everything from her perspective, and yeah, it's war, so of course she's killing people, but, like, is she just a villain because she's fighting for Nazi Germany? Because, like, I don't think that's fair. She's 8. It's not like she got a choice exactly.
Okay, I haven't watched the show, but my
it's
answer
so
is
good.
probably
You
yes.
should watch it. You should watch it. It's so good.
So, I guess what we're talking about is that Tegan's gonna have a watch-along for her anime this year, so that she'll be prepared, and she doesn't have to cram at the last moment
Well,
for
how am I
her...
gonna do that? Because I gotta play all these games.
Well, it's one of the things that we could do on the Twitch channel. Like, Tegan can have, Anime Tuesdays or something. We'll think about it. One of those things.
Dude,
That way
I'd be
Tegan
down.
has an excuse to watch all of her anime. And
There are a few things that I already know. Like, I've been able to eliminate the best manga category entirely because I already know I'm voting for In This Corner of the World, which
Okay.
also got a movie adaptation. So the movie adaptation is up for best film, but it's
Okay.
up against Your Name and A Silent Voice, Koi no
that
Katachi,
sounds
and
ugly.
like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Your Name or A Silent Voice, and I don't know which one. Cause they've already brought Your Name to the US, dub and
Yes.
sub, but A Silent
Right.
Voice hasn't been released yet, so if you didn't pirate that shit, then how did you see it? But then again, I pirated that shit, and I saw it. It was so good! Oh, God. I don't know what I'm gonna do! And then we got Best Boy, and I don't know how I'm gonna pick a Best Boy. To be fair, I don't even know most of these boys.
Oh my god.
I gotta watch. The only boys I know on this list are Todoroki and Deku, and like, between Todoroki and Deku, who's the best boy?
Deku is a better boy than Todoroki because
Good.
Deku invented Todoroki. Are you kidding me? Like,
Aw. Todoroki's dad invented Todoroki, to be fair.
No-
If Todoroki's
no.
dad hadn't
Like-
been such an ass, then Deku wouldn't have had to invent Todoroki.
Todoroki was like packaged, shipped, and sealed by his dad, but like then Deku like opened the package and like plugged in the game and then like invented the tech that makes Todoroki good. Because
Why is
otherwise he's just like an edgy emo like teenager kid.
No, that's
And
Bakugo. Bakugo's an edgy emo teenager kid.
Bakugo is not emo. He is definitely an angry kid, but he is like thoroughly good like jock boy. And also, he's a really good student. Like,
Yeah,
he's
fucking
definitely
smart
top
as hell.
tier.
Why isn't Momo in Best Girl?
Oh, I don't know about that. I
Momo's
don't have
so
it.
good. She's rich, but like, and there's that, but like, she works so hard and she teaches all her friends and she,
Yeah.
I
Wait.
love her.
Do you mean Yao? Like Yaoyorozu?
I mean, like,
The one with the creation power.
yeah.
Yeah, that's Yaoyorozu. It's not
Yeah,
Momo.
I know. I call her
Okay.
Momo.
Oh, okay.
I call her Momo because she's cute.
I love
She's
Yao.
now Peachy Girl. I love
She's
her.
super great. Okay. All right,
I
so
love her.
Tegan,
She's so good.
you have another 40 seconds, I think, for your anime minute.
Oh no. I don't know what to do. There's too many anime. How am I gonna watch all of this in 2 days?
God damn it, Tegan.
And then what am I gonna do about Best Hero? Wait, let me go over Best Hero real quick.
Go
So
for
we
it.
got Deku, obviously, for Best Hero. And then we've got, Gin from Yuki Yuna is a hero, which is the prequels, and she's the one who, like, she does the Madoka thing, but she does the Madoka thing before Madoka was a thing, and like, then we've got Akko, and people are arguing with me that Akko should be best hero because, like, I mean, it's you, Rocky. You're the one arguing with me that Akko should be best hero. But I think Gin should be best hero probably, but Deku's such a good boy. And then Chise from Ancient Magnus Bride, and I don't know anything about Ancient Magnus Bride. And then Nanachi from Made in the Abyss, I don't know anything about Made in Abyss. But apparently Made in Abyss is super good, and it, like, starts out all cute and fluffy and then gets, like, fucking dark, man. And, like,
yeah, it does the Madoka thing.
No, the Madoka thing is Yukiyuna is a hero, where you can be a hero and you get your magical powers, but it turns out when you use your magical powers, shit gets fucked.
Yeah.
I don't just mean shit gets fucked, I mean the power takes something from you, and you don't get to control what that is.
Oh,
and,
that's
like,
the Darker Than Black thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, like, it doesn't take, like, people, it takes, like, now you can't walk, and now you can't see, and now you can't talk, and, like, that kind of shit. And now you have no memory of what happened. Like,
they're like characters, I think there was a character that had to, like, break his fingers every time he used one of his powers. It was, like, stuff like that. Yeah, Darker Than Black it was pretty gnarly.
That's Deku's power.
Also, no, like, Deku, so Deku is still cute. Like, he has, like, like, more power that he knows what to do with, which is, like, hilarious. But, like, he ain't there yet. I don't think he's best hero yet. That's what I mean. I like him. I think he's really cool.
This is his journey to be best hero.
Yes. And so when we get to season 3, when he's a fucking senior or whatever.
But he did such good against Stain.
Okay, so it was a 3-on-1 fight versus Stain. Like, everyone kicked the shit out of Stain.
It was a 2-on-1 fight, and only after Todoroki finally showed up. To be fair, Deku's real bad at, like, hey, like, this is the thing. Come help.
No, but what's his name? Ida, yeah, actually came through in that fight. Like, he was down for most of it.
He was down for 90% of it. That doesn't count. You don't come in at the end and be like, I saved the day. No.
Well, he got KO'd early, and then he got to come back. I'd say, like, 80-70%. Okay, but Tegan, that's the anime minute. We can't do that.
That's the anime minute. Join me next week when I tell you how voting is absolutely tearing me apart. Brian's just put in a summary of our conversation, which is Rocky says anime, and Tegan goes anime, and Rocky goes anime, and Tegan goes anime, and then Brian goes, what the fuck? But to be fair, this is what it's like, Brian, when you guys talk about that show, The Good Place.
Oh god, Rocky, The Good Place season finale. Holy shit.
Oh god damn it.
Dude, that shit fucked me up, man. Like, that was wild. Oh. We got the callbacks. We got full shenanigans. We had secret identities. We had, moral quandaries and whatnot. Though, when fucking Eleanor tears into Chidi, where it's just like, I know you don't want to break your principles, but I didn't think I would be at a dinner party in literal hell talking to my teacher, ex-lover, about moral particularism, but, life throws you curveballs, man. And I'm just like, all right. Like, I totally feel that. Like, I really understand. I love it.
So, all right, Rocky, was there a moment in the season finale which gave you the feels? Like,
well, I mean, like, that finale ending point was really upsetting. Like, I knew what was happening, and I didn't know how to stop it, which is, the trolley problem. Like, that's what that means. I really liked how, Jason was right in the end. Seems like a thing that's coming back more and more often. I am still, deeply in love with Tahani, and her pretending to be like a demon, casually talking about stuffing people with like hot dogs and like how that leads to job dissatisfaction because of how simple it is like really great, man. Also,
bagels from Arkansas, fucking perfect.
Dude, I got really upset. Like, it was just like, so we have, we have bagels from Arkansas. We have
food from Maine.
Soul food from Maine. That's where I lost it. Like, I had to pause the TV and like scream at it for like a solid 15 seconds. Like, soul food from Maine. Like, I was really upset.
And then Hawaiian pizza, of course.
Yeah, and it was an egg salad from a
vending machine in a hospital.
In Azerbaijan.
Oh, God.
Of all places, dude.
Oh, God. So fucking good. Like, just the like, how tight the writing is on that show is fucking amazing. Like, that they came back to the whole trolley problem thing and did so in a way that didn't make it seem like trivial or memey. It just, so good.
Like, it wasn't cheese. They spent I can definitely feel that they like trimmed the fat and just had you hit like moment after moment after moment.
I'm way into the callback to like when we had that flashback to like Jason in real life when he was in the junkyard throwing the Molotov cocktails at the boat, shouting.
You mean like in high school?
Yeah, shouting Bortles. And then he's like in hell throwing Molotov cocktails, shouting Jordals. And then at the end of the episode, I'm like, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Bortles!
But what was this line? It was before that. It's like I was like, Molotov cocktails like solve all my problems. I swear, every time I have a problem, I throw a Molotov cocktail, and now I have a different problem. It's just like, it's not wrong. God damn it.
Take my credit card to the hedge fund. I'm going to the martini store.
They're like, I'm going to the martini store. It's like, nope, you're going to get caught. Give me that.
Oh my God. Tegan, come on, get on this train.
I think the trade in this one is that if Tegan
can't.
watches The Good Place, Brian has to like start picking up anime.
Oh, okay, I'll do that. I'm down for that trade. What kind of anime would you like?
I'm currently watching an anime on Netflix called Devilman Crybaby.
Oh yeah,
man.
that's supposed to be hot shit. That's supposed to be real hot shit.
And
I'm excited.
Yeah, that's
It sounds good, but there's too many anime!
Okay,
too
we're not
many
doing this
anime.
again.
No,
Brian,
we're
tell
going
us a little
back-
bit about Devilman.
It is like incredibly visually overwhelming to look at. It's one of the prettiest things I've seen in a good long time. Like, I look at the screen, I'm like, everything is fucking moving all the time. Like, nothing feels like ignored or tossed off or cheap. Like, I liked Kill la Kill a lot, but it felt a lot of times like they were cutting corners or that...
Yeah.
Like, the art felt like one of the last pieces of the consideration of the show. Like, like, I don't watch a lot of anime, but, like, it definitely got to a point on Kill la Kill where I'd be like, hey, that's a reused asset. They've used those exact frames of animation before.
I mean, Kill la Kill is to magical girl anime as Tengen Toppa and Gurren Lagann is to mech anime.
Okay.
Like, that's the point. It's a parody of its genre. That's the entire point of it.
That's 100% true. Brian. Okay, so Brian, so how are you feeling about that sprinting pose, dude? Do you think that's the new wave? Or have you not seen that yet?
I am all about the sprinting pose.
Let's go.
What? What's
There's a really like loaded. There's like a animation in like Devilman Crybaby where they're like running on like a track and they have this really low to the ground like stance as they're running, and it's insane, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
The weird track coach, like, because apparently everybody on this fucking anime is like in the track and field club at high school, like all of them. They're like, yeah, we're all in the track and field club. I'm like, I'm good with it. Like, I knew that show was kind of for me when, like, in the pilot, they're weird. Like, they're like, our track and field coach has no idea what's going on. And they, like, cut to the track and field coach who's, like, sitting there, like, in a wheelchair. And, like, somebody's just, like, parked him there. And, like, he has no idea what's fucking going on. And then he just, like, eats a bug with a giant frog tongue. And I'm like, yep, all right. The train has left the station. Choo-choo. I'm on board.
Okay, so it sounds like we all get to recommend something for someone else.
Okay.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I have to watch The Good Place for Brian. Okay.
You will love it.
And-
It's
and-
fucking incredible. It's so
Okay.
good.
I believe it. It sounds good, but like, it sounds like it's gonna take effort.
I mean,
Can I watch it?
Well,
Can I
take
watch
it-
it after
if
voting
you
for the
eat-
Anime Awards is over?
All right, look.
Absolutely.
We just got to get you some food so you've got some energy. You know.
It's not that. It's not that. That's not what. I mean, it's gonna take a lot of mental energy. I'm gonna be doing a lot of like, okay, so wrapping my head around all of this nonsense.
So we need to get Tegan some vitamins.
I'm drinking vitamin water. That has vitamins in it.
Tegan, vitamin water is garbage. They've admitted it. They lost the court case. It happened like 4 years ago.
Whatever, man. It says vitamins on the label. I don't care.
Tegan, please.
Oh, there's vitamins on the label. Jesus. God damn it.
Labels. Okay. But yeah, so Brian's gonna watch Boku no Hero, and what did Tegan recommend? Tegan, would you...
Rocky, I want you to watch Darling in the Franxx.
Okay, so this
I
anime
watch
I
that.
should watch, on what service is it available to stare at?
You can watch it on Crunchyroll or
For
on
fuck's
Netflix.
sake.
But
Oh,
I
Netflix?
recommend
Okay,
Crunchyroll
great.
because
Okay.
the Japanese voices are better than the English voices. Way better than the English voices.
Wait,
Not-
Boku no Hero?
yeah.
It's also on Hulu, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
neat.
Events up.
Swell. I actively pay for 2 out of 3 of those services, so I will watch it
Well-
on the ones I have.
Well,
see.
the Crunchyroll, it's all available for free now because it's been out for so long. So
True.
Yes,
It doesn't
but
matter
I
where
think
you
that I
watch
have
it.
to
It's
stare at
available for
commercials
free.
on Crunchyroll because I don't pay for Crunchyroll.
you don't have to pay for Crunchyroll. You get to watch everything for free anyway.
But he'll get the ads, and he doesn't have to get the ads on Hulu.
If you put an ad block in your browser, you don't have to get ads for anything.
I'm not going to stare at a TV on my computer. I sit on my couch like a regular person where the TV happens.
My TV is, well, one of my TVs is my computer monitor, so it doesn't matter. Nothing matters
Oh, God.
except anime.
Okay, so guys, I finished Mario plus Rabbids.
Yay!
Yay! How was it?
It was dope. It was cool, man. Like, I mean, Bowser finally showed up, which, like, he had to, you know, Mario game or whatever. And actually, I got raffle stomped because I didn't understand the mechanics, but I pulled through with the MVP of the fucking game, Luigi, because that triple shot is fucking OP. It was, like, it's so good, man. Like, it's just, someone breathes wrong, I get to shoot him 3 times. And I get to do that every other turn as Luigi. I don't know why they let me do this, but they do, and it was great. Also, I didn't figure out the spinning thing for, like, Bowser in that last phase where he has to roll, like, spin into the thing and then, like, he's stunned and I can shoot him.
Yep.
Like, I didn't realize that for, like, a while. And by the time I did, Luigi was the only one that was left. And then I cleaned that up. But the ending was cool. Going through Rabbit Peach's selfies was a lot of fun. I'm currently working on some of the ultimate tech, like the ultimate, like, challenges. And those are, like, bananas. Like, they're, like, chock full of mini bosses in, like, the Ultimate 1 challenge, which I realize now is the last one. And, like, the first one that they want me to do is, like, a really long Toad escort mission where I have 30 turns to, like, get Toad to, like, the other end of the Great Wall of China. Like, it's something ridiculous. Like, I can't, but I'm working on it. I'm doing those as I keep playing. And I finally picked up Fortnite Battle Royale. And I don't know why every dickhead that manages to kill me is wearing this, like, medieval armor suit, but I hate that medieval armor suit. I always end up dying around, like, 40 to, like, 25, and it's literally one of those dudes every time. I don't get killed by a regular person anymore, which I guess is good, but it's really annoying. But Battle Royale is pretty fun. I am noticing, like, it's really noticeable that you don't have the vehicles from PUBG, but building is actually a very interesting addition to the game.
So you've been jumping out of flying school bus.
Yeah. And
oh my
I've been
goodness! And
exploring
we're all on PS4 now, so we should do a squad match. We should all jump out of a flying school bus together and see if we
I'm
can
interested in that.
win that fake chicken dinner.
I don't know what it is, and, like, what is the win for, like, Fortnite? I guess you just get to live.
I think they call it, like, Victory Royale or some bullshit. Like, I mean, obviously they're not going to call it a chicken dinner. There's a fucking PUBG knockoff right now on iOS and Android. I shit you not. It's called Knives Out, and they're like,
no.
if you want 100 dudes jumping out of a plane on your phone. Playing anything else, Rocky?
Yeah, I'm in the Monster Hunter World Final Beta, where the flagship monster Nergigante is available, and that shit is wild. I did it on multiplayer at first, which I kind of regret, because one of the things with Monster Hunter is playing monsters solo and playing monsters in multiplayer are very different experiences. In multiplayer, monsters deal more damage. They have more health, so like they're ultimately harder to kill. And I was two-manning it with a friend, and we were having some trouble. He actually got tilted, like he had to stop. And but it's a really interesting monster. Like what it does, it's really fast and it's pretty big. It's an elder dragon, which means like you can't use traps on it. Like it just ignores them. Like it'll just run right over them. And it has spikes all over its body that like when you attack, they break. But like your attacks do like reduce damage because it works like armor. And when the spikes break, then like you can actually damage the monster like normally. So the game is mostly about like focusing on a single body part at first, cracking it, and then damaging it. And then once you damage it to a certain point, the spikes grow back and they're harder to break. So you like rotate through the different body parts to maximize your damage over time. But that's hard to do like with two people, especially when it has like enough health that would be a challenge for four people. So, but it has really interesting movements. One of the things, because conceptually it's supposed to be a monster that is like kind of like a juggernaut that's detrimental to itself. Like it deals so much damage that like its own attacks actually break its own spikes. So you could potentially, just hang out and wait for it to break its own spikes and then damage it then. But you have less time than normal to kill it. You actually have 15 minutes instead of the standard 20.
Oh, fuck that.
Like, yeah, so it wants you to like get in and do the thing. It's actually really interesting. I'm going to take another swing at it like tonight. Like I'm pretty sure I can solo kill it now that I have a better grasp on its motions. I still haven't seen a solo kill go up, but last time I checked was about 8 p.m. on Friday. Because I know there were some team kills that were already up, and I'd seen those, but I haven't seen a solo kill yet. But I'm interested.
Tegan, did you have time to get into the beta last night?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I wanted to, but I got called in for job number 2. So
Real.
So are we all going to Monster Hunt tonight?
I think that's the plan.
Okay, well that's very exciting. I Rocky, do not try and like lead with this like horrible nasty monster.
Dude, we're not going to start with Negigante, dude. I haven't killed it yet.
Okay,
like, I can't take you guys there in good conscience.
I'm just saying, there's some very tentative first steps happening here. We're very new monster hunters. We're terrified.
I want to go right in for the big guy. Let's go.
Oh my god, Tegan,
let's kill it.
chill out.
Let's do the thing.
I love the energy, Tegan. I really hope that keeps up when we're fighting Anjanath. Oh, also, Brian.
Wait, aren't I being a distance fighter? Wait, should I do the horn? I kind of want the horn gives you buffs, right?
Tegan, Tegan, you're not ready you're not ready for hunting horn yet.
Are you sure? I could Vuvuzela it. Can I have a hunting Vuvuzela?
No, Tegan, if you want to settle on horn, I will get you there. I promise.
I want to hunt with a Vuvuzela.
But like the hunting horn, like it's a pretty tough weapon to use in general because like you have to play songs in addition to fighting.
I don't know if you know this, but being a healer is hard, and I can heal.
No, but the fighting style of horn is actually very similar to hammer. Like you have to be like in front of the monster, so like you're constantly in danger. You have to focus on like damaging the head and getting like knockdowns, which is a thing that you can do and you know how to do it. But like when you don't, like it's not good. Like it's not efficient. I kind
of want a hunting Vuvuzela.
I will teach you how to hunt with a Vuvuzela. I just need you to get some of the basics first.
Okay.
But yeah, Brian, I actually got a solo Anjanath kill last night. No, night before last. And I soloed it, and I felt really good about it. Like I did the real tech.
Was that the big T-Rex or the nasty bird?
No, it was the big T-Rex that like sprouts the wings and like has like the exposed nose bone. Yeah, like I was dodging fireballs. I was like dashing through its attacks. I was mounting. I have a set now, dude. I'm really confident in it. But I'm feeling myself, getting good, which is like generally a good feeling when I'm playing these games.
Very cool. Tegan, have you been murdering any giant monsters?
Do Transformers count as giant monsters?
Or
Yes,
if you want to talk
actually.
about some big ass GoBot, please go ahead.
I mean, yeah. So, I don't know what happened, but all these giant robots came down from the sky ceiling. I don't know. And they're like oil rigs, but with transformer faces. And
Wait, what game is this? What's happening?
Nier Automata. Sorry, I'm playing Nier Automata.
Okay.
And all these
Transformers.
all these transformer oil rigs came down from the sky and were terrorizing the city ruins, and I killed them. I think. I don't.
You're
I mean-
not sure if you killed them?
Well, the bodies are still all around, you know, and like these robots have a habit of like reanimating at weird times. So I don't know
Okay.
if they're like officially dead or not. Like I haven't gotten to like rip out all their servos or whatever, which would make sense. I don't know why we're not doing that, but whatever. And so now I'm doing like a bunch of side questy stuff, but I've realized that suddenly now that the giant transformers are kicking up their base in the middle of our base, everything, all the monsters are a lot harder, and I am definitely like severely underleveled at this point. And I didn't even realize I was severely underleveled because I was just kind of kicking butt. But
Yeah.
I'm doing some side quests, and right now I'm in the I'm at the amusement park doing the stamp collecting quest.
Okay.
And I'm in the basement in like the boiler room of like the theater where the lady who has all the corpses of your fallen comrades as a dress. Like I saw the Romeo and Juliet play, and that was like a time. That was a time. And then I went into the basement because I knew there was a stamp down there, and like I got assaulted by vomiting clown robots in a side-scrolling event, and it was scary. It was very scary because like what?
You said vomiting clown robots, and I am terrified.
Yeah, they're vomiting like oil and stuff, and when they vomit the oil, it hurts you.
So, Tegan,
I beat them, but like
are you?
I am definitely the bad guy. We're the bad guys. Humanity sucks.
Are you on board with this game thus far? It sounds like you're having a good time.
Yeah, I'm having a blast, but like we're definitely like the robots and who are working for the humans are definitely the bad guys. I'm still gonna play this game, and I still like it, and it's still fun, and I'm definitely the bad guy, and I'm gonna save as many robots as I can, because, oh my god, they're so nice. They're so nice. And there's a big old tank! The tank showed up in the desert, and I don't know how to kill it. It's way too strong for me. It's a big tank. It makes me sad.
I'm going to use this moment to briefly congratulate myself for effectively Christmasing, because I feel like I feel like I won Christmas at Impossible Coin. And yep.
I mean, yeah, but to be fair, we also didn't know we were doing a Christmas competition at Impossible Coin.
Well, I don't.
We're all going to be ready for this year.
It's not a
I'm
competition
so
until
ready.
I won. You know.
Oh, okay. All right, Brian. Whew.
Yeah, but no, I'm really glad because like they're, you know, both of these games, you know, Mario plus Rabbids and Nier Automata, respectively, are games that I thought that you guys would really, really like, and for one reason or another.
I have some retroactive additions that I'd like to make, even though like our
Game of the Year's over, Tegan.
I know, but
Save
I
it for
want to say, 9S should have been in the fucking best boy category, and you guys are shit for not adding him.
Oh, actually, he probably should have been.
He's so good! I'm ready, like, as soon as he showed up on the screen, I'm ready to cry over him, because I know something's gonna happen, and I don't know what. But,
Poor
like,
kid.
I'm ready to cry, and, like, nothing's happening, but I'm just like, when? When is it? When is it? When is it? I'm ready!
It's possible 9S has solved the trolley problem.
Oh, no.
All right, Tegan. Now that we know
What
that
else you
Nier
been playing?
Automata makes you sad, but yet happy, is there anything which is like less emotionally loaded? Do you have any fucking Jack Russell Terrier stories for us this week?
I'm in spring now in Harvest Moon Trio of Town, so I got an award for making it to year 2. I got an award for, shipping a bunch of milk, and I got an award for some other stupid thing, I don't know what, because I didn't read them all. But, I went to Sukiya's. There's 3 New Year's Eve festivals, so you basically have to play for 3 years to see all of the festivals, because you can choose whichever one you want each year. And so I went to Sukiya's, and, like, they ring a bell at midnight, and then they eat a bunch of mochi, and I'm like, yep. But they were talking about how the mochi is hot, and I'm like, mochi's not hot.
Mochi's not hot.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
right.
Like, I think it's a translation error, where it's like, I don't know how to convey
I was like,
this
you've got to eat your hamburger, Apollo.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Or really love this jelly donut.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, this is hot mochi, but, like, I don't think it's hot mochi. I think it's like...
Could they mean it the way that Paris Hilton means it?
No. I think it's more like... I think the translation is probably something more like, when I'm eating mochi, I have a warm feeling inside. But the word for like describing that kind of warmth and the word for physical warmth are very, very close and don't have kanji. So, I think that's the problem. Like, I was reading it and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I'm like, oh, but if it's like that nostalgia warm feeling, like, I could see that. Anyway, so that's all good. I made another barn. It's too big to put anywhere in my thing, and I need another animal so that I can herd the animals that are gonna go in this barn, but I don't know where to put them. I have way too many plants.
Like, I'm confused by your struggle.
I have 3 barns now. I have one that's full of chickens, one that's full of cows. One that's full of cows. And then I built another barn that can hold 4 more animals. However, I don't have time to herd all these animals, so I will have to buy another dog or cat to herd these animals. But do I want to buy the dog now and have it start herding the chickens so that they could get better before I have to move it to a different plot of land that I don't always walk in to actually herd the cows or the sheep that I'm going to put in it? Or, like, what? I haven't decided yet. It's a hard choice. It's a hard choice. But yeah, so that's oh, and I accidentally romanced the doctor up to his Greenheart event, and so now, like, I have 3 boys who I could potentially go steady with, and that's the only way to see their yellow, orange, and red heart events. So I'm gonna have to make some decisions soon as to who's gonna be my baby daddy. And I don't know how I'm gonna do that. There's an award for romancing all of the dudes, though. So, like, I'm gonna try to do that, too, because that's a party.
Tiggin's playing the Bachelorette.
I am.
That reminds me of a random aside, because you had to invoke, like, baby daddiness. Rocky, did you see that bullshit, which is at Street Fighter V Arcade Edition?
No, that's not bullshit. I am 100% down. Like, I am down for Ryu So the Sakura Sides end comic for Street Fighter AE is her basically confronting, like, Ryu with her feelings, saying,
"Put a baby in me."
Yeah, basically, Ryu's like, no. And then she's like, well, what if I let you train the baby? And then Ryu just stands there silently for a bit and says, let me think about it. And that's pretty much it. Like, that's the thing. That's how her, like, AE story ends, which I'm really excited for that fanfic. I love Oblivious, like, Ryu. Like, I think it's hilarious. Especially, like, because he's just been, like, essentially homeless, traveling the world on foot and, like, fighting random dudes for, like, 25 years. Like, that's Ryu. That's what's been happening.
Wait, Ryu is bum fights?
Yeah, no, he's 100% bum fights. He doesn't have a house. He doesn't have a place to live.
Wait.
Like, he has a home country of Japan, but he doesn't have, like, a shack or anything. He just travels. He's a world warrior. He has a satchel on his back. He walks everywhere. He takes boats occasionally. He doesn't fly. And then he fights dudes whenever he shows up.
We got Ryu out here living in the Nintendo Labo, and then, like, occasionally he heats up a can of beans with a Hadouken, and just Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, he's cool with, like, Chun-Li, which he has a place to stay when he's in China, and, Like, he's boys with Ken, and Ken is stupid rich, and he's always been stupid rich. So he can kick it in America when he really feels like, but he doesn't really, like, hang out anywhere for too long. He's really just about fighting and sparring and shit, so he'll just travel places and fight people.
It's...
But I like Sakura. I like the direction that her character is taken, that she's actually, like, being, like, serious and stuff instead of, like, a perpetual fangirl. Like, the fangirl thing was cool, but, like, the development of that character is also really interesting. And, like, being Ryu's baby mama seems like an interesting, like, turn for her, but it's not endgame for her, which is also really interesting. And there is some slander that's been going on about Ryu being a terrible father, and my answer to that is absolutely not. Like, Ryu is still, like, a really mindful dude. Like, he's just never actually considered it. But, like, if Ryu, like, decides that, like, he is going to raise this kid into, like, another world warrior, like, I think he could really be there for that kid's life. No. Short of, like, the kid just not being
him making another homeless trash dad is not being a good father.
I don't think he understands how babies work.
He doesn't also understand how babies work.
He's not going to be able to train him for a considerable amount of time. And I think during that time, he's going to be a worse father than Goku.
Okay, so Goku is, like, the worst father of all time. And, like, Ken, like, definitely was, like, in World Warrior tournaments while, like, his wife was, like, pregnant at home and shit. And he definitely, like, disappeared while his daughter was, like, a toddler and stuff. And while I think Ryu might be capable of that, I think Ryu hasn't had to make that choice yet, and I think he would make a better choice.
How about Ryu, Goku, and Don Draper open a daycare?
Jump out of an airplane. Oh, wait. This is better.
Open a daycare.
God damn it.
It's going to be fucking incredible. Oh, no.
I'm just saying Ryu could be a good dad. I think he has the right tools. Okay. All right, but Brian, what have you been playing, man? What's going on? Wait, hold on. This is a game. Never mind. I'm just gonna stay cautiously hopeful. What's going on?
So,
as
you guys may know,
yeah,
the GPD Win 2.
Oh, that wasn't what I thought you were gonna talk about. Damn it!
That's okay. Give it some time.
Okay.
Went up for pre-order. There was an early bird price for the first 1,000 souls.
Mm-hmm.
I got in at the early bird price, y'all.
You sold your soul?
I did. Oh. I got nowhere near what I thought I would for it, but that's to be expected. Guys, I'm so fucking stoked. Also, like, god damn it, like, if this fucking little tiny outfit, which is 3 dudes in Shenzhen, China, can have people, like, hovering over, like, their computers on, like, a Sunday night, you know, like, waiting to get in. Can you imagine if, like, either Sony or Microsoft put, like, real care into creating, like, a portable gaming solution? Like, what the fuck?
If Microsoft, like, enters the portable space with, like, a GPD Win, like, clone, that'd be gnarly. That'd be truly insane.
It's, you know, I remember, like, there was all this, like, talk from analysts before the Switch came out, like, man, nobody wants to buy a dedicated, handheld anymore. And it's like, well, that might be right, but the Switch is also not a dedicated handheld. Like, I primarily play that thing sitting in front of my, like, TV. I only, fuck with it in handheld a little bit, but it's also not like the GPD Win 2 doesn't have, like, an HDMI out and is capable of just, like, supporting, like, Bluetooth devices as well. So it's one of them things, man. Like, I really feel like it's a trick that, like, Sony and Microsoft are missing, that there's a space for things that have, like, hardware specs that are good enough. They're not crazy. Like, the GPD Win 2 is by no definition, like, a powerhouse computer. It's going to be running, like, a lot of PC games at, like, low specs. But, like, I do not need to see, like, the 6.6 super textures on, like, Trevor's butt in, like, Grand Theft Auto 5. I just don't. I fucking don't. Like, I need it to look good enough. I need things to look good enough. And that's how a lot of people are. That's why the Switch was successful. Nobody needed the new Nintendo console to have, like, the hottest tech. Because so often in video games these days, art direction is more important than graphical horsepower. I'm just very excited to get my new little pocket computer. Hey, anybody want to buy an old pocket computer?
I'll ask around, my guy.
Oh, gosh. I have been playing some other video games, including Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
I have a variety of thoughts.
Start with the bad ones, and then go to the good ones. I always like bad news first, so.
There are things that, like, my recent experience playing Splatoon 2, like, underscored for me, which is that, like, there is still just no excuse for, like, the way Nintendo handles, like, engaging with other people online. It's fucking dumb. That Nintendo's online solution, whatever it may be, is nowhere near ready for prime time. It is fucking atrocious. Atrocious in its current state. What we tried to do was that the three of us wanted to play Splatoon 2 together. And we were...
During the Splatfest.
Yes. We were simply unable to with the tools that Nintendo provided to us. Because Nintendo said, oh, there's three of you, fuck off. And so what we ended up doing was, I guess, separately playing Splatoon together. And I guess that for me, like, underscored how incredibly social Splatoon is.
Yeah.
Because it gave me a chance to, like, hang out with my friends Rocky and Tegan while I was playing a video game. And I was like, gosh, like, if Nintendo empowered people to do this easily, it might make that steep learning curve I've talked about a lot more palatable. That, like, it's a lot easier to, like, you know, experience those rough shakes, you know, when you have, like, a friend there to say, like, get it, Brian, you know, or, like, you know, like, it's a lot easier to, like, power through sucking when you're allowed to engage in a social experience. So I think that that is, you know, like, kind of to their detriment, because I think that if they were more effectively managing their online multiplayer overall, you know, then that could make Splatoon even more engaging. Like, there was a night this week where I was sitting around going, maybe I want to play some Splatoon. And then I was like, oh, but then, like, there won't be people there. The actual experience of playing Splatoon, like, I had, like, some, you know, a variety of observations. One is that, like, the game needs to do I guess, like, a better job of corralling people of equal skill onto the same team. Because the way it seems to be, like, assigning, you know, team versus team is that, like, let's say you'll have, like, this team over here, or at least the way it was working during the Splatfest is like, okay, this team has an average skill of 2,000, but the way it has an average skill of 2,000 is that there's 3 guys on the team with an average skill of, like, 800, meaning that they're worse than the average Splatoon player, and then, like, 1 guy on the team who has an average skill of, like, 3,500. And so now these 3 guys who are, like, have, like, the skill level of 800 are just running around going, "Ah!" and, like, getting roasted constantly because of the way its matchmaking is based on the average skill of the team. So if they put people into, like, buckets first on the same team based on, like, equal skill, then that might create a more satisfying experience for the player. Because if it's just, like, rating the skill levels of teams versus teams, then that creates, like, potential edge cases where like either you have players who are incredibly over skilled for the match they're in, and then it doesn't feel like a satisfying or challenging experience because they're like, oh, I'm just splatting fools and covering this entire field. Like there were matches I had where 80% of the field was covered by my opponents. My team had 20% or less covered.
Those happen, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And those would happen less often if it was bothering to group up people first at similar skill levels, as opposed to allowing people who were edge cases in either directions into matches just in the interest of getting them into a match. The matches I had were like the 4 players on both sides were at roughly equal skill were a lot of fun. Like I had when the people I was playing against and the people I was playing with were all like functioning at around the same level as me, I had an amazing time, a really good time. And I want more of my time with Splatoon to feel like that, which doesn't just require me necessarily getting good. It requires Nintendo grouping players together consistently at similar skill levels based on like their player journey. Like if you're performing like this today, then we should be recalibrating your performance. We should be recalibrating your matchmaking based on your performance. And that's something that Blizzard does really effectively with both Overwatch and Hearthstone. Mm-hmm. Their matchmaking tools will recognize when you're like, say, on fire or having an off day. Like, they are really good at like resorting you. And also Overwatch does some sorting based on play style. And I think that like this is something that could really benefit, Nintendo with Splatoon 2. Where them like, I want to be with people who are going to like use those like little in-game, emotes to like give me an idea what to do, or I want to be with people who are going to get to the middle as quickly as possible. So that way I feel like there's a place where my team can make a stand together. Like, I had fun, but I feel like the game can do more. I have also now ranted on Splatoon 2, and would like to hear if you guys have anything to say about the things I thought about it.
I have a couple of things.
Yeah.
The first thing is that I feel like a lot of I've said this before, but a lot of the things that you have like beef with are related specifically to Turf War. Because like there are other game modes, most notably Splat Zones, Tower. Fuck, what is it called? Tower Tegan.
Tower Control.
Tower Control. Thank you. Tower Control are both game modes where it's necessary, and Rainmaker also. That the strat isn't like hanging around like covering ground, like it's rushing to the center because you need to control the center immediately for various reasons: to push the tower, to control the Splat Zone, to grab the Rainmaker. And then like if your team doesn't like do that, you won't be successful in that game mode. That's just how that works. And when a couple people figure that out, like especially like when you're in the starting like ranks like C- till about B, like you figure out that that's how you play this game. And like Clam Blitz, which is new, has like a totally different strat associated with it, where you have to play both offense and defense at the same time. Like usually, like if you're playing Rainmaker or Tower Control, if you don't have the Tower/Rainmaker, you have to sit back and like orchestrate a like counterattack, and that's all you really are able to do. And when you're attacking, like you're trying to push your advantage to get as far as you can down the map. And in Clam Blitz, like you have to do both, which makes it a bit more intricate. But in Turf War, like there are people, like especially like on Moray Towers, that'll run down the stairs the whole time, and they'll just try to cover that ground that way, like not understanding that you'll have time to cover that area if you capture the middle first, because then they can't push through you. But yeah, like I think like once you gain access to ranked modes, then a lot of those strategic differences will become more apparent and more noticeable. Like people talk more in ranked matches. They make more not intricate, but nuanced strategic decisions, and in Turf War they kind of don't. Also, as far as like how mismatched some of the fights come out, I see why that is like annoying. Like I end up in matches where I obviously put up like 1,200 like points on my own, but I still lose because everyone else like does like sub 600, and it's because I'm in a mismatched game. Like I get that. Mm-hmm. But I think that's a lot of like the guarantee that Splatoon has that you will be in a match in 2 minutes. Because I think it's only happened to me like literally once in like the 60-some hours I've played like Splatoon, where I've entered a queue and I wasn't in a game in the next 2 minutes. And when you start like I guess sequestering like teams by like ranking, what you'll end up getting is like the League of Legends problem, where like once you push past gold, where the majority of players are, you end up in queues that are at least 10 minutes long. Mm-hmm. Like just to enter a game. And that's when League of Legends isn't fun. That's a whole other argument for a different day. But like, what part of the fun of Splatoon is that you're able to get into a game quickly, even if you get raffle stomped.
And one thing that I will say for that is that you're right that like the queues are never longer than 2 minutes, and I guess that like part of the salve for that, or the solution to that, is that if you get into a match which is inherently not fun because you are a player who is the edge case to the skill level of the game, then you can go, well, at least I'll be in here for like, what is it, 3 minutes? Like 4 minutes?
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's so like if you get into a match where your experience will be inherently bad because you're the weird part of the math for the matchmaking, you won't be there long. I wish there was like maybe a toggle that you could hit as a player where like, and they could even give it like some cute label, like where you could say like more matches, ! Or better matches, ! So you could decide whether what you wanted to do was just like mix it up as much as possible, or whether you wanted to, say, be more effectively matched each time. And if what they did was create different rewards for both of those settings, like, it would motivate players to switch back and forth and feed both queue hoppers.
I get that.
Yeah, like, even if what they did was, like, say, create 2 different currencies, and there's cool clothes you can only buy with each currency, then people would switch back and forth to make sure that they're getting both currencies.
I think that would actually work. Oh, also the hot streak thing. I'm not sure if it's a metric that they actually use, but it is like on your screen that like when you, it's like the freshness meter. Like when you start winning, like you start moving up from dry to whatnot. And when you're on a really high hot streak, like it goes up to something like super fresh, I think. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure if that's a metric that they use in matchmaking, but I would be surprised if they didn't, since it's like always there. But that's a totally different thing. I feel like, well, once again, that like I'm gonna play with you specifically, Brian, so that we can like get you out of Turf War and get you into some of like the more objective based maps or like battle modes, because like the experience there is definitely a lot different. Like Turf War is usually like when you turn your brain off and like you're either testing new weapons or like you're just like dicking around. Mm-hmm. But when you want better matches, you usually step into ranked, mm-hmm. and then like that's where you can like play with people that are similar to your skill level, that are making more strategic decisions, that are using more diverse play styles.
Yeah.
That'll like definitely makes a more fulfilling experience. But Turf War is definitely kind of the throwaway intro like mode where like nothing really matters, but nothing really hurts.
So, I mean, like, I did have fun. I did murder fools. I did make brief videos of me murdering fools.
I saw those.
I was happy that I got at least one video of me murdering 3 people within 30 seconds. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
that's always a good time.
Yeah. So I definitely had fun. I guess I just want them to make it easier for me to have fun.
That's fair. I understand that.
Tegan, thoughts?
I like Splatoon. I think it's fun. I don't particularly enjoy ranked matches, but that's because I don't like competition. So.
I love competition. It makes me live.
I mean, Splatfest is different because the competition is all turf war competition, and I like turf war, but I do not necessarily enjoy ranked.
Clan Blitz is pretty cool. Like, it does actually feel like sports ball, which is fun.
Sport ball!
Yeah, like, you have to pick up clams, and when you get 10, it turns into a football, and then you can throw the football at their barrier to crack it open, and then, like, teammates that are still holding, like, clams can, like, throw their clams into the thing, and then first one 100 wins.
God damn it. I still stand by the fact that, like...
Can we play this? I want to try this mode.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying to you. Let's get it.
It's that they really... This clam blitz. They're like, I'm over here holding my clams! Just... God damn it. God damn it, Nintendo. Check out this clam jam, yeah! God.
I mean, it is pretty dope.
But speaking of clam jams, I've also started playing Knights of Azure 2.
Okay.
Which is a game from Gust.
Which system are you playing it on?
I'm playing it on my Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you, everybody, look, if you thought the titties in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 were excessive, Knights of Azure 2 would like to say, hold my beer.
I was wondering about that, because I'm like, this looks like my kind of weeby jam, but at the same time, like, dem titties.
They're everywhere.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
It looks a lot.
Well, I'm just saying there comes a point where you're like, look, God damn it, like, do we really need to have, like, every moment in this cutscene be this, like, weird, like, fan service thing? Because, Jesus Christ, you know, you're gonna, like, some people are gonna start to feel like just a tinge, like, man, look, like, I think a good test for me is, like, if somebody just walked into a room during this cutscene, would they be like, would they wonder if somebody is masturbating? And I don't... Yeah. And I'm like, man, God damn it, Knights of Azure 2. So you play this, like demon hunter who opens the game on, like, a dumb escort mission. And you come to realize that, like, the whole game is going to be a dumb escort mission, but it's kind of okay.
So, like, Resident Evil 4.
Because somebody put some demon blood in you, and so now you're half demon, which makes you a more effective demon hunter, because whatever. This whole game makes no sense. Because then you
can sense the demons.
This whole game is like weird anime trash. There's this cat who gets, like, possessed by a demon, but manages to, like, retain its soul despite the demonic possession.
What kind of demon?
My guess, the bad kind.
Well, no, see, here's where that thing comes in, where, like, a lot of Japanese monsters are called demons, but they're different kinds of demons. There are good demons and bad demons. So, like, that's where it's like, this may be a translation thing that's going weird.
Well, they definitely made it clear that it was a bad demon.
Okay.
So this good cat gets possessed by a bad demon.
All good cats get possessed by bad demons. That's why they're cats. So,
but now,
you
like,
have cats, you understand.
It's true. So my half demon, or my demon blooded demon hunter lady can now understand what the cat is saying, because of course she is. This game is anime trash.
Yay! I want to talk to my cats. This sounds like my game.
And there's some, like, hot lesbo action.
Yeah, I'm seeing that in the reviews.
Rocky said glumly. Which is definitely, like, very fan servicey and creepy.
You're not here for ladies loving ladies?
No, ladies loving ladies is fine, but performative Yuri is gross. Like it.
Oh, it's performative. Oh, that's no fun.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's different if it's like ladies loving ladies. Like let them live their lives, but like that's not what's happening here.
Okay.
I think the biggest problem I have with it is that there's definitely times where like I feel like somebody had a point, something was supposed to be going somewhere, that like maybe I just don't necessarily have like the background or understanding or tool set to be like, oh, okay, like this is something which is part of my understanding, but like I can say that this is something which is just part of somebody else's culture and I just don't necessarily have exposure to it. Like it's new to me and it's not necessarily creepy, but like this is just like, this just feels like some guy was sitting there going, ah, ah, ah. And as fan servicey as some of the outfits are, like say Nier Automata, I never felt like the game was like getting sketch, you know?
Fan service in Nier Automata. I don't know what you're talking.
Oh my god, Tegan, please.
The problem that I've had thus far with like Knights of Azure 2 is been that like the combat, they keep on trying to teach me all this complicated shit about the combat, and that just makes me want to go back and play Persona 5, where they're also interrupting things every 3 minutes in order to teach me new things. Where they're like, hold the goddamn phone, or like Xenoblade 2, where they're like, hold the goddamn phone. But the difference is that when Xenoblade 2 or Persona 5 says, hold the goddamn phone, we need to teach you something new, it's something which is actually being incorporated in the game and is a mechanic that I need to learn or things will be bad. So far in Knights of Azure 2, whenever they're like, hold the goddamn phone, we have to teach you something, basically I can respond to it by going, whatever, and then just murdering all the things anyway. Like, you could basically power through this game fucking Dynasty Warrior style and just like run into a room and be like, popcorn, murder everything and run on. And I'm like, I suppose I could use some of those new mechanics you taught me, or I could just not.
Popcorn!
Right.
So, I don't know. Like, I'll probably keep fucking with it, but like, I'm definitely not writing home to mama. The last game I have been playing that I want to talk about, I will write home to mama. It's called Culdcept Revolt. And holy fucking Christ. Like, not to, revisit Tegan's unorthodox thoughts about, like, wanting to revisit, our finished game of the year, but, man, I wish I had played Culdcept when it came out. Culdcept Revolt is super, super good. So, it's part of the ongoing, like, Culdcept series, which people have been telling me for a while that, like, Brian, you really like this. You should get into this. This is your brand of bullshit.
I'm glad we're starting to be able to identify your brand of bullshit.
What is my brand of bullshit? Now I'm curious.
When we fully nail it down, I will tell you.
Okay.
That seems fair.
So this game it's part of this ongoing series, and the actual mechanics of playing it are like a combination of Monopoly and Magic the Gathering. So you're traveling around a board, like buying up properties by like putting monsters on them. And when people land on your properties, they can either pay you rent or try to fight the monsters. You can also improve the properties to make the monsters stronger, but you can also separately buff the monsters without increasing the value of the property, but then that means that you can't collect as much rent. So you can be like, I'm going to give my monster a helmet or a sword or whatever. There's also like spell casting, which like impacts the board or impacts other players. Like, I'm going to cast a spell that makes you roll a 6 next turn, which can be helpful if you want to, like, say, try and force someone into landing on your property because you know that they don't have something in their hand that they could use to fight your monster. So they're going to have to pay you rent. So, like, there's combat strategy, card strategy, and board game strategy. And it takes place in this, like, there's this whole, like, big RPG story going on, where you are, of course, the guy who wakes up who has lost all his memories because it's an RPG, and so, of course, that's it. And so you wake up in this town, and you find out that, like, people who fuck with this, like, weird card game, board game thing are called scepters, and scepters have been made illegal and are to be executed. And so, like, you were found by some other scepters who were, like, nursing you back to health and, like, trying to help you regain your memories. And then, like, they're going to make a break for it and try and escape from the city. But some of the other scepters are like, we should stay and fight. And so, you learn how to play the game, and then the game teaches you how to, like, start building your own decks. And it's been really, really fun. It also, like, in addition to having a really deep single-player campaign, also has, like, online multiplayer and, like, online deck building and local deck building. Like, it helps me understand, like, why this game has been so big for so long in Japan. I just wish it would, like, get more traction in the West, because this is, like, super fucking fun. And I really, really enjoy the character design and the art style in this game. The lead character design is done by Kinu Nishimura, who, if there is, like, a Capcom character design that you love, there's a good chance that she probably did it.
Nice.
Yeah. Like, the work that she did for Street Fighter back in the day, and Darkstalkers, like, really, famous stuff. A lot of good work. Some years ago she did all the character design for Code of Princess for 3DS, and she's lead artist on this, and it really shows. And then there's a lot of really good art in it. She does all the character designs. She also did all the art for the cards in the game. So it's this kind of weird, batshit, crazy, unique thing. It's not often that I buy a game and then, like, after I bought the game, go, man, I wish I'd known I was going to like it this much. I would have bought the dumb limited edition. But in this case, I was like, man, I would have bought the dumb limited edition. So I guess expect more updates on Coldcept Revolt in the coming weeks. Like this game so much that last night I fell asleep with my 3DS in my hand. So
nice.
Yeah. Coldcept is a good time. Y'all want to talk about the news and the things?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty, so let's get into the news. Alright, Nintendo is being weird again. They're releasing a thing called Labo. It is an entirely unique way to utilize your Nintendo Switch and its Joy-Cons. It's a cardboard framework, which allows owners to use the Joy-Con technology with the shells. The highlighted Toy-Cons, as they're calling them, in the trailer include a piano, a fishing rod, a set of motorbike handles, a robot backpack, and a tiny figure controlled with Joy-Con vibrations. Ooh. Actually, two of them, because one of them kind of looks like a bug, and one of them kind of looks like a people.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I'm hype.
I like it. I think there are a lot of people like talking shit about it, but I feel like it's mostly due to like a lack of imagination, because even the people that have watched the trailer are and not just the people that have heard about it peripherally, they're just like, why am I paying $70 for cardboard? And it's like, that's not what it's for, dude. Like, you get to make stuff, and like it's definitely like a creation like tool. Like, it's gonna be great for like people that like want to make things, for creators, for like people who like push their imagination and stuff, which is like the whole point of like doing it with cardboard, because it's affordable. Like ultimately what you could end up doing is like making your own cardboard and like your own like custom like Labo pieces to like work inside the framework, because it gives you like sort of like a intro to like programming thing, and like you can push those tools to do various things. And if people are like as close to hacking the Switch as they say that they are, like we might end up with some really interesting like applications for the Labo technology. Like, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I'm way on board with this thing, and I never thought that there'd be a day where I pre-ordered $150 worth of fucking cardboard. But I pre-ordered both kits, the Variety kit and the Robot kit.
Nice.
Also, Nintendo, I see your ass. When they're like showing the Robot kit, they're like, check out the Robot kit. And I'm like, this is Project Giant Robot that was originally a Wii U game. Like, if you go back and watch the preview coverage of Project Giant Robot, from like 4 years ago, when they sent Miyamoto to E3 and he's like, here, check out these 2 games I'm working on. And like one of them ended up becoming that game that they just like packed in for free with Star Fox Zero. Like, what was that game called? It was like Slippy's Fuck You Tower Defense or something.
I mean, it might as well have been, honestly.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, whatever. This looks kind of like gimmicky and silly, but the Robot game looks super fucking cool. And then like last year, in like February of last year, they announced that they canceled the Robot game, but that seemed suspicious to me at the time, because I'm like, you guys looked mostly done, and like, come on. I mean, admittedly, you'll do that. We've all seen Star Fox 2. You'll cancel a finished game, but this Robot shit looked ready to go. So to see it return here seems like a really cool thing to do. Like, I like the way it's coming back. I like the idea of like building a fucking robot and then you being a fucking robot. And I really do hope that like kids play with this thing and not just like weird grown-up goons like us. I want kids play with this cardboard.
I'm interested.
Yeah. It's neat. Tegan, are you on the cardboard train?
Yeah, I'm totally on the cardboard train. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I am going to. Like, for sure.
I mean, she has cats. There's no way she's not on the cardboard train.
Right. I mean, I have enough cardboard. Like, I'm really excited because they basically made a maker space using their 3DS. And, like, their 3DS, their Switch.
Their Switch.
Yeah. And, honestly, this is gonna make I feel like, gonna churn out a lot of creative kids. And I feel like cosplay in, like, another 6 years is gonna be fucking nuts, man. It's gonna be nuts.
I'm with it. So Sony's got a new boss. Jim Ryan, who previously served as president of Sony Interactive Entertainment Europe, has moved up to a new role under SIE president and chief executive officer John Codera. With Codera moving into the hole left by Andrew House, who stepped down as the Sony Interactive Entertainment president in October, Ryan has had an opportunity to move up. This puts him near the top of the PlayStation organization, which establishes him as a strong potential heir if Codera ever steps down. Jim Ryan has said some choice things in his leadership role at Sony. He said that backwards compatibility was dumb and that no one wanted to play old games, that indies weren't important to Sony right now, and he called Microsoft and Nintendo's customers potentially dangerous to Sony customers. So, you know, Jim Ryan's a head ass. Like, but that's where we're at. That's the whole thing.
God.
Like, it's this guy's moving up, and I don't think he understands like how games work. But to be fair, like Sony as a whole, like I don't think has really understood how games work for a very long time. But I don't know, man. Like Jim Ryan, like he could move up. So keep an eye on him, you know. But like, hopefully he never does. Hopefully he is. Wait, he's president of SIE right now?
He is deputy president. And it's like, I'm like, what the fuck is deputy president? And like, a lot of it has to do with they essentially invented a job to promote him into it. So, you know, Kodera is president and CEO, and so they had to create a role of deputy president in order for him to be over the other executive like vice presidents, but yet not as high as Kodera. So like the fact that they bothered to create a position makes me feel like what they're doing here is just like grooming him for eventually replacing Kodera, which I feel like is bad news bears. Like, I don't know, man.
Well, like I would understand if Jim Ryan was like really interested in like building a real Sony first party studio, but I don't think Sony has the tools to do that right now. Like, I don't think they have the cash to like attract people, and I think they don't have the creatives in their own camp already that are ready to churn out like franchise building ideas.
Well, I mean,
meanwhile,
Sony's
Nintendo
got
has
some
the
strong
cash to sell us cardboard.
Well,
Right.
I mean, all right. Let's not undersell, you know, Sony's capital. That they have the 6th largest cash reserves of any Japanese company. So it's not like they're hurting for cash, and they do have some strong first party franchises in forms of like, you know, Uncharted is something that they own. Last of Us is something that they own, but those are also both one studio. Those are Naughty Dog. You know, they're appropriately servicing, you know, God of War and like rebooting that brand in a way that like people will care about. You know, which is something that like Nintendo had to do recently with Zelda, or Capcom did with Resident Evil. So like taking the care to effectively reboot God of War is also smart. I think that the biggest gap that Sony has right now is that they're not recognizing the way that the gaming landscape in general is changing. The fact that like Nintendo and Microsoft are so readily embracing cross-platform play on a frequent basis, or just making like cool decisions that like make their platforms more attractive to developers is something that Sony kind of needs to get with. Also, I think that they're really underestimating the market potential for indie. Like when you say like, oh, like indie games aren't important to us right now, that seems real dumb. You know, like I think about like how big a deal indie games were for PlayStation at the launch of the PS4, and a lot of people bought PS4s at launch to play indie games. Because the AAA support wasn't there yet at launch, because AAA companies weren't sure that there was going to even be demand for another generation of consoles. Like people like Activision were thought that people were going to move on to their phones.
Then
that didn't happen. But like, if you just like look at like fucking Rocket League on PS4, you know, it's obvious that like indie games can eat at people's time. It's like the most downloaded game on Nintendo Switch in 2017 was Stardew Valley.
Yes.
You know, so like indie games are a major part of our landscape and are a major part of gaming. And so like, I see it as like bad news bears when there's a guy moving up at Sony who's like, whatever, fuck indie games. Because I think that they need them and they need to be part of their bread and butter. I think that as far as like the missing piece for Sony's first party development is multiplayer games. Like they have a lot of really strong single player experiences, like in like Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Uncharted, Last of Us. Like what Sony is known for is strong single player experiences. But Nintendo and Microsoft as platforms have made an effort to ensure that, you know, part of their first party brand includes like strong multiplayer experiences as well. Like, yes, Halo has a single player campaign, and people who are big Halo nerds can tell you all about the fucking lore of Halo. But there's a lot of people who buy Halo and then never even play the single player campaign. Like Nintendo makes a lot of money off of Mario and a lot of money off of Zelda. But there are people who come to the Switch now who are primarily looking for multiplayer experiences and have found it. So I think that's where Sony needs to look to, like, their first party, like, weak spots. Where are the Sony first party multiplayer gems? I don't know. Like, I just feel like Jim Ryan is not the guy to find these answers.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. But that's why he's deputy president or whatever. They didn't just kick Kadera out. So they're probably trying to, like, put him in a space where he can see the actual landscapes of gaming as a whole, which, I mean, I figure he'd be able to do if he just, like, kept up with the news, but that's a whole other thing. Okay, so Activision also has a new boss. Activision Publishing CEO Eric Hirshberg is leaving the company in March. Hirshberg reported directly to Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick and oversaw some of the biggest game series in the industry, including Call of Duty, Destiny, and Skylanders. The departure lines up with the conclusion of his contract, which ends on March 31st, which I guess he asked for a raise that he's not going to get. And the company is actively conducting a search for the next CEO of Activision. Just last month, Activision announced that Call of Duty World War II and Destiny 2 were the number 1 and number 2 selling games in North America for 2017. And they were also the top 2 downloaded PS4 games on the PlayStation Store last year. I'm like, okay. I know how I feel about Activision. And, like, I hope they get a new boss that, like, makes some kind of sense. I mean, they're obviously making money doing what they're doing, which, if that's all that they care about, then sure, like, let them rock or whatever. But I hope they, like, focus on making, like, more consistent or, like, interesting experiences. Because as far as I'm concerned, everybody's just waiting for Activision to drop the remaster of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And they don't care too much about Call of Duty. They just got it because this is this year's Call of Duty and everyone's going to be playing it. And Destiny 2 has yet to show that it's really going to, last on their 10-year plan that they talked about with Destiny 1.
Bungie is constantly having to get out there and apologize for the latest thing that, like, players discover that Bungie is lying about within Destiny 2. Like, the number of times players have discovered bullshit in Destiny 2 has gotten to, like, pretty ridiculous. I think it's up to, like, 5 or 6 at this point. I don't know. I think the problem with Activision is that they're going to keep on making money until they don't, and then once they reach that point, they're going to go, what happened?
Yeah,
right.
Like, that, they're not... So that's why I'm really interested in, like, how PUBG and its, like, clones are playing out. Like, PUBG and Fortnite, if they build a better, consistent community, eventually it'll get to the point where Activision's, like, wondering where their Call of Duty money went. Because if they're making disposable games every year, like, they're just expecting that $60 pop because it's the new thing. But if PUBG, like, turns out to be a better game and a better experience that doesn't ask them for $60 every year, which it hasn't yet technically, then they'll, like, Activision's gonna be like, shit out of luck, without a pot to piss in. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how their new boss handles things. If they're interested in building consistent, like, experiences rather than, like, making sure that the servers don't go down, then, like, they're not gonna survive.
Yeah. I feel like Activision also, interestingly enough, has kind of an opposite problem to Sony, which is that, like, they have put all of their money in, console multiplayer as drivers for revenue. Like Call of Duty multiplayer, Destiny multiplayer. They keep on dumping money, like Guitar Hero multiplayer. Like, whenever they throw money at something big, it's because it's multiplayer. But then, like, this year, when they put out that remastered Crash Bandicoot trilogy, and it sold incredibly well, and they were like, we're baffled! You just, come on, guys. People have been begging for new Crash now for fucking years. Like, this shouldn't be a puzzler that, like, it's set around untouched for so long, but they're like, well, it's single player. It took, like, people screaming, like, we want Crash for years for them to finally put it out. And then when they did, people bought it. What a surprise.
Like,
so,
I don't know. I feel like Activision's, like, business model, which, you know, it's a solid business model, is to make this your thing. Like, they make their game that is enough, that is recognizable enough to what they've been playing, and they add just enough new things to have people play about, but shitty enough that it doesn't last.
tell that to Tony Hawk. Oh.
I still jam on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. I don't even recognize, like, anything after
My
3,
sweet spot was Pro Skater 4. I loved Pro Skater 4. Because that was the first time where you could just, like, ride around the levels without taking on, like, the 2-minute missions. So there was, like, some free skate possibilities.
Yeah.
Plus, I loved the college level. It was just fucking bonkers. But, like, see, that's the thing, Activision. You done fucked up. We're, like, here are Rocky and I waxing nostalgic about Tony Hawk Pro Skater, which was ostensibly mainly a single-player experience, but you rode that shit into the ground. You stale fish nose grind Tony Hawk into the earth.
Oh man, I like that one. But yeah, man, like, I mean, we're also like near the beginning of the year, so this is when like the personnel changes are generally going to happen.
Right.
And if someone's going to show up with a new strategy, this is when they're going to do it. But I don't know like how effective those strategies will be. It remains to be seen.
There's not enough cool dads to go around.
Nintendo took the coolest dad. It's okay.
Are we calling Reggie a cool dad?
Reggie is the coolest dad!
Reggie is weird monster dad. He comes in out of the basement and is like, hey, you kids want any Hot Pockets? And then like, yes. He's like, well, fuck you, I ate them all. And he just goes back upstairs.
No, he comes back with pockets. And then he goes to the store and gets his own pockets.
He goes to the store. He walks into the freezer aisle, finds the freezer with the Hot Pockets. He then proceeds to tear it out of its power fixture, drags the whole freezer home.
Yep. And then you have
and then we're all just
pockets.
Like, thanks, Dad.
It's like, did your dad break the grocery store again?
We're like, Dad, will you play some Mario Kart with us? And he's like, yes, child.
And then he even lets us catch up before he wins. It's dope.
Yeah. And sometimes we even beat him legitimately.
Yeah. Reggie's cool, man.
I love Reggie Fils-Aimé, best dad.
He's totally absurd, but he's definitely cool. Okay, well that was fun. Tegan, can you ruin our afternoon now?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll take me about 2 seconds. Overwatch Pro player Felix XQC Lengel from Dallas Fuel has been suspended for being a shitty asshole. He was directing insensitive insults at a player of the Houston Outlaws. During the stream, he took issues with the Outlaws tank Austin Wilmot, saying, you didn't smoke shit, and adding, shut your fucking mouth, go back there, suck a fat cock. I mean, you'd like it. Wilmot is openly gay, and he brushed off the comment on his own stream, saying that Lengel was just a homophobic piece of garbage, which he is, and he's just like, I'll just keep on winning, MBD. Dallas Fuel announced that they will be taking disciplinary action against Lengel. For now, they've just said he won't be taking part in Friday's match, but they added that additional details are quote-unquote forthcoming. Dallas Fuel owner Mike Ruffali has said he wants players to be themselves and not be made to conform, and Blizzard has fined Lengel $2,000 and suspended him for 4 games.
That sounds about right.
It took how long's the Overwatch League been going on? A week?
Yeah, about 2 weeks. That's where we're at.
2 weeks, and already players are being suspended for being shitholes.
Also, like, Dallas Fuel, like, is definitely in trouble, like, in general. Like, they are 0-5 right now. And, like, which I can't remember their actual like game count because I know they won a game against Seoul Dynasty, but I think they've been swept ever since. And like so they're just in a bad position, which is messing up a lot of people, like even like who had projections. And I think there are some fantasy like groups that are going on because Dallas Fuel was projected to be like one of the top teams, at least top 4. And like it just seems like California and like Seoul are just raffle stomping everyone, and Dallas Fuel is just not performing. Yeah.
All that negative
like,
energy from the shithole.
Well, okay, so there's another thing. Like, professional like players, like especially like athletes, are definitely like this. Like they're generally terrible people. Charles Barkley is an excellent example. Like he's definitely a homophobe. He's a misogynist, and he is a general all around dumbass. But like he is really good at shooting the ball into a hoop. Like that's his deal. And like Michael Jordan, who is still widely regarded as one of the best basketball players of all time, is a known sociopath. Like he was also very intelligent. I mean, that Hitler mustache wasn't just for show, but like he was also like a huge dickhead. Like that's just how he is. Like he's not a person you want to hang out with, but that's not what they're paying him for. And Lengyel is actually a pretty good league player. Not league player. Fuck.
Overwatch player.
Yeah, he's a pretty good Overwatch player, and he's definitely someone who's able to perform, and Dallas Fuel is going to be hurt by this loss. But the public perception of like players is also really important, but being disillusioned about them is also necessary as well. Like there's definitely things to gain from a team presenting like players that seem like all around good guys, because like the people that are watching them, even if they don't know that much about the game, they're going to react to those types of things, and that'll increase their fan base. It increases revenue. It makes momentum like harder to stop. And that's really important in like these types of like professional game proceedings. But the people that play these games that succeed at these types of levels aren't the kindest people. They're not the Meryl Streeps of the world. Like they're definitely generally like dickheads and sociopaths, and that's what makes them really good at shooting people. But
wait, did we just call Meryl Streep nice?
Meryl Streep is kind of nice. Yeah, she bakes cookies.
Rocky, I've got some bad news, bud.
Ah, fuck! Are you kidding? All right, fine. Go ahead, man. Just do it. Rip off the Band-Aid.
Okay, I suppose you have not been keeping it with some of the fringe details of the Harvey Weinstein shit.
No, I haven't.
So Meryl Streep apparently, at her peak Streepness, knowing full well what Harvey Weinstein was and is, would sometimes be like, "Oh, I found the perfect film opportunity for you. You'll just have to meet with Harvey Weinstein," using him as kind of like a landmine.
That's super gnarly.
And that like people would like go to her because they knew how powerful she was and be like, "Meryl, if anybody can bring down Weinstein, you can." And she'd be like, "Yeah, but no," because Weinstein didn't make her do any of that shit. Because of like his gross perspectives on like women as subhuman, somehow like Meryl Streep had created enough money to earn his respect, so she just got treated like a people. And so he didn't like try and do trash awful things to her, and she was constantly making movies for him that got her nominated for Oscars. So like, yeah, she was kind of knowing and complicit, and even offering up people.
Okay, so we're done, right? This afternoon ruined? Man. Okay.
Yeah, afternoon ruined, Rocky's dreams crushed.
Well, what's worse, Rocky? Meryl Streep offering up humans to Harvey Weinstein, or China putting PUBG cheaters in jail?
Oh, fuck. What?
Nice.
All right. What, man, Man, okay, just tell me what's going on in China. Just
all right, so everybody, it
has to be exaggeration. It can't be real.
It's time for your PUBG corner. So there is an active crackdown going on in China by the government. The focus, PUBG cheaters. 120 arrests thus far. 30 have had cases filed. These cheats include auto-targeting and X-ray vision. That's right. People are going to go to fucking jail and serve multiple years in prison for auto-targeting in PUBG. So,
oh my god.
God damn it.
Worse than Video Game High School. Video Game High School, they got banned from, like, the tournament or whatever, and they just couldn't do anything. Albeit it was a high school kid, but, like, shit, man. Like, going to jail for cheating at a video game? Like, well, I mean, I know China has its own rules and everything, but, like, how are they proving, like, damage, you know? Like, because it'd be different if, well, I know that the American justice system, like, the way that, like, things like misdemeanors are separated from, like, felonies is, like, the amount of harm or the amount of damages. And more often than not, like, the harm, like, it has to include something like actual, like, maiming, something that could lead to, like, significant or permanent damage.
Right.
Or, like, funds that, like, that are, like, greater, I believe. I think it's more than, I can't remember if it's $500 or $500 that can, like, lead to actual jail time. But I mean, I don't know if that's how the Chinese legal system works. Like, I would need to do some research on the Chinese legal system, I guess. But I'm not sure if, even if that was, like, assessed here, that, like, if someone got, like, caught for, like, doing X-ray vision, well, I guess if it added up to, like, RMT, but I'm not sure if I could count that as damage. Like, if they made that amount of money, I can't prove that that's money that they're taking from someone else. Okay, but man, that's
I'm way
like,
not into this.
That's really intense. Like, that's not okay.
It seems like a gross overreaction that is only possible because of an abusive government. And like and there's things I know that like bother me. Like I know whenever I hear like, I'm sure that like Rocky, you live in a large enough town that you had the experience where like fucking Body Works comes to town and like somebody says like, "Hey Rocky, you want to go see Body Works?" Or you've been to Vegas, so you know that like there's Body Works available to see at the Luxor, and
Yeah.
And I know that like what Body Works is the fucking beef jerky political dissidents of China, and that bothers me. It bothers me that like, you know, political dissidents are being like murdered and then freeze dried for the display and amusement of Americans, and the idea that some like dipshit nutsack kid in China is like auto-targeting noobs in PUBG and then is going to go to jail fucking bothers me. Like, yes, that kid's a dipshit. Yes, that kid shouldn't get to play that game anymore.
But they shouldn't go to jail.
They shouldn't go to fucking jail. So it's just fuck.
Yeah, man. That's truly absurd.
I guess the other bullet point in our PUBG corner this week is that NPD, which tracks physical game sales, released their numbers, and with only 2 weeks of availability only on one console, PUBG managed to make it into the NPD for top 10 sold games of 2017.
Oh my god. Dude, PUBG, like, PUBG can't be stopped, man. This is ridiculous. This is truly absurd. I mean, it doesn't help that, like, the Xbox, like, version of the game is, like, buggy as fuck. And so, there are definitely people that have been soured by it. Like, it doesn't feel like as smooth as an experience. But if they clean that up, man, like, because it's definitely, it's one of those things where PUBG's, like, focusing on, like, growing rather than, like, cleaning up, because they were the first ones in the room. Like, they definitely have the largest audience. So even if there are like smaller, cleaner experiences out there, like PUBG's still going to be like at the top of the hill. And if they like tidy up the top of the hill, like they will literally be unable to be stopped.
Yeah, they have a power. They right now have the ability to either go the path of Dota or Call of Duty. I don't like either of those paths.
I'm still convinced that they can make their own path. Also, like speaking of the MPD, like some of these numbers are actually pretty ridiculous. Like, for example, this past year, Grand Theft Auto 5 is still in the top 10 at number 10, and it hasn't actually left the top 10 since it launched 5 years ago in 2013. And oh man,
oh Jesus, I'm looking at these numbers, Rocky. It's number 10 for the month, but if you're looking at best-selling games of 2017, Grand Theft Auto 5 is number 6 for the year.
Jesus
Oh my
God.
it's a 5-year-old game, man. Officially.
Like, where do you think that does for, like, investor expectations for Red Dead Redemption 2?
Oh man, that would actually be really wild. Like, are they doing like a pervasive like online
Yup.
like experience as well?
Yup.
Yeah. Okay. So like Grand Theft Auto with cowboys.
Yup.
That sounds wild. I'm into it.
Grand
And
Theft
like Sea of
Horse.
Thieves is coming too.
Ugh, it's got hats. There seems to be some like weird shit in some of these numbers. Anything jump out at you guys?
I mean, Mario Party being on 3DS, like at number 5, is kind of wild. Actually, Sun and Moon still being on the top 20 is also pretty wild.
Why are more people buying Sun than Moon?
Because Solio, not Solio, but
Solgaleo?
Solgaleo. There we go.
What? But why? We're gonna have an uneven amount of Pokemon from Sun in the Wonder Trade.
Yeah,
You
no,
guys
that's definitely
need to-
going to happen.
You guys need to pick up some Ultra Moons.
No, what'll happen is that the Ultra Moon people, they'll have bargaining power. They'll be able to ask for like dumber shit
Yes.
with the Moon Pokemon
I'm
because
gonna ask
they're less
for
of them.
all the dumb shit. I have Pokemon
man.
Ultra Moon.
I'm looking at like the Xbox One list, and I don't think I like people that play Xbox One. Just like the top 10s.
Oh, for the year or for the month?
Software Rankings. I think this is for the month of December. Yeah. Well, I guess it's just all the new people. Like, it's just like Call of Duty, Battlefront, NBA 2K, Madden. Assassin's Creed's number 5, and then Grand Theft Auto is like just not going to go anywhere. And then it's FIFA, Need for Speed Payback, Destiny 2, and Horizon Zero Dawn. And like, those aren't games I want in my top 10. Like, I get it's like because it's a bunch of people like. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at PS4. Never mind.
I'm upset. Oh, you don't like people who play PS4.
Oh, Rocky, the
Yeah.
miracle is you.
Yeah. Oh god.
I don't
it's
like.
because X.
No,
Oh,
go.
go ahead.
Go.
Okay, yeah, Xbox One list is almost the same. The only difference is that Battlefront 2 is a little higher up on Xbox One. PlayStation 4 has Horizon Zero Dawn, and Xbox One has Forza Motorsport 7. And Need for Speed Payback is on PS4, but on... God, what is replacing it on the Xbox One list? Because it's Horizon Zero Dawn and... Yeah, I don't know what else is missing. They have Call of Duty World War II, Battlefront... Oh, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Holy shit. I don't know why I missed that. Yeah. So, like... Those, like, sets of games, like, I get that, like, those are the top-selling games because it's, like, people buying a console and buying, like, one game. Because I know people that'll buy 2K and they'll play nothing but 2K. They will play, like, 300 hours of 2K in the space of a year,
Yep.
and they will play no other games. Like,
Yep.
I know those people. But, like, those aren't my people,
And
which bothers me.
and I think that's what... Looking at MPD numbers for the year always kind of, like, underscores to me that there is a vast population of, what they would call low engagement or low attachment rate players that, people like us who play a lot of games don't even necessarily consider when we think about the video game landscape. Those people who buy it and they're like, yep, got Destiny 2. I'm good for the year.
Yeah.
I think that Nintendo is getting a little bit better about catering to those people as well.
I really get that with, like, Zelda and, like, Mario. Or even, like, Splatoon, honestly.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say NBA 2K18 is on the fucking Switch.
Yeah,
it's also true.
I don't like that Star Wars Battlefront 2 is number 8 on the top selling games for 2017.
Yeah.
I don't think it
great.
deserves to be anywhere on that list.
Well, I mean, they did have that movie that came out, like right before it.
Yeah.
Or after it? After it.
Man, but it's one of those things where it's like, that game sold 12 million copies.
Yeah.
And if can you imagine how money that they would have moved, like, if essentially they hadn't got caught with their hand in the cookie jar? If there hadn't been, like, rampant press coverage and, like, internet outrage?
I'd be surprised if they didn't hit 20 million by the end of the year.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so, way to shit the bed, EA. Like, you did 12 million and colossally fucked it up. Like, with canceled pre-orders left and right and people, not buying it, once they heard about the way the progression was balanced. Mm-hmm. If you had not fucked it up, how much more could you have sold? It's banana pants. I don't know, and I just look at this top 10, and I stand by this whole idea that, like, Activision probably feels less motivation to really, I guess, figure it out. Like, Call of Duty cannot do that forever. At some point, the wheels are going to fall off that wagon. Like they did for Skylanders, like they did for Guitar Hero, like they did for Tony Hawk. At some point, people are going to resent being asked to pay a $60 annual fee to keep on playing Call of Duty with their friends.
Well, I feel like they're running out of time because
Yeah.
I mean they went back to World War II after like Space Mars didn't really work out, and that's them trying to get back to basics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like everybody I know that still plays shooters, like they're just waiting for like the Modern Warfare 2 remaster, and then they'll play that. And I feel like that might be like the last big game, unless they reinvent the series. Like if they really go to the drawing board, but they haven't demonstrated that they really wanted to do that. Outside the space one, which didn't really work out.
Some other call-outs on here that I see is interesting is that in the top 10 for Nintendo Switch for the year are 2 third-party games. Which is, you can go make money on Switch if you want to third parties.
Mm-hmm.
Make money if you want to. Leave your friends behind. Okay, never mind. I'm not doing that. It's cool.
You already did it. It happened. It's too late.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. But yeah, there's Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Doing great. And Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, proving us all wrong. Apparently, people do want Skyrim again. I mean, fuck, I bought it. So it's wild. And let's shift from wild to terrible, because hey, why not?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
So back to Sony development house Quantic Dream. Quantic Dream has been accused of being a toxic and sexist work environment. They've been accused of propagating a toxic work environment. There were 3 French newspapers that kind of broke the story all around the same time. Mm-hmm. Heads David Cage and Guillaume de Fondemiere are accused of turning a blind eye to an unhealthy work culture, and them also like behaving like shitheads themselves. They've denied all the allegations. David Cage, for bonus jerk storeness, in his denial of it, was like, "I could not possibly be a homophobe. I know Ellen Page."
Fucking dumbass.
Yeah, so good for him that he actually went there. Allegations came to light late last spring when staff, including the head of the IT department, filed a complaint regarding photoshopped images of employees. These images are said to have been created by an unnamed member of the staff and were distributed around the office since 2013. They include racist, sexist, and homophobic elements. They've been circulated and depicting employees in Nazi uniforms, swimming costumes, and sexualized nurse outfits. Le Monde and Mediapart reports also detail complaints about long working hours, with 60-plus hour work weeks, regular weekend hours, and French law dictates that a work week is 35 hours and that the workday may not exceed 10 hours. Defend Mier denied that staff were forced to work long hours and said that they were paid overtime if they did. And here, for bonus, Sony has blacklisted Le Monde for reporting on the story.
Hey, didn't their Europe dude, the guy that ran like Sony Interactive Entertainment Europe, just like become deputy president of the whole thing?
Yes, Rocky. Jim Ryan, president of Sony Interactive Entertainment Europe, has just been named deputy president.
Oh my god! And then, do you think that was before or after this blacklisting of this French newspaper that reported on them? If you had to guess.
Man, I see. The thing is that I think in either position, whether it be president of SIE Europe or as deputy president, I think in either of those roles, he has the power to make that call.
Right.
So, like, I think this is Schrodinger's "fuck you." Like, either way, he's probably part of it. But holy Jesus Christ, guys! Like, what do we think of this?
I feel bad for the employees of Quantic Dream and their project that they've been working on, Beyond Human, which has a lot of potential but has definitely been messy for a lot of reasons. I feel less interested in patronizing them at this point. Like the only reason that I'd really feel interested in patronizing them, I'm not sure if I'm using that word right, but like paying them money.
Being a patron? Yeah, I don't think patronize is the right word.
Yeah, it's like but extending them patronage, I think, is what I was trying to say. Yeah. To giving the only reason I'd be interested in giving them my patronage would be to support the people that have worked on this game, but even at the cost of like lining the pockets of the people who are exploiting them, which is like a difficult position for me to be in ethically, I guess. Because, I mean, like, a 60-hour work week is bad in America, just in general. But for it to be, like, extended over, like, a mandated, like, full-time 35-hour work week, which is, like, how the French work, I guess, like, seems especially egregious. And, I'm really surprised that, like, they couldn't handle this internally. Like, it just seems like bad management, which I understand management is actually an extremely valuable skill. Like, pretty much every billionaire that exists on the planet are some form of manager. But, man, like, I don't know. I'm definitely in the position that, like, everyone needs to do better, but it's not as simple as that, I guess. I don't know how else to interact with this story.
Does this make anybody? Do you remember a few months ago there was a story that came out of Naughty Dog where a former employee at Naughty Dog said that he had been sexually harassed by a project lead, and that when he went to Sony HR buried the complaint. Does this story, at the time, like, there was some kind of, like, ferreting around in the media, and people were like, you know, there doesn't seem to be a lot of evidence to support the story of this happening at Naughty Dog, because lots of other people have reported working conditions to be good, and this guy, you know, who made this complaint seems like kind of a loose cannon. Does this story about Quantic Dream, at the very least, recontextualize that guy's claim that he went to HR and then the complaint got buried.
Yeah, like, no, I get that. Like, I feel like a lot of this is, like, exposure of the status quo. Like, this doesn't seem like a fringe case by any means, but the things that are reported feels like things that, like, Sony has definitely consciously decided to turn a blind eye to for the sake of their projects. And us being able to react to it because it's been made so public is definitely, like, the new meta. That if things get blown up like this, we'll be less interested in, like, paying them for their work or for their investment. And that's why they keep these things quiet.
Right.
Because it's definitely, like, a gut decision rather than a measured one to, like, purchase games for entertainment. Much like, you know, watching TV shows or movies and whatnot. Like,
right.
Kevin Spacey is still a really good actor, but because, like, he is a sexual abuser and one that will throw, like, you know, gay people as a whole to under the bus to protect himself, is the reason that we don't want to see him act anymore. Not because he's a bad actor.
Right.
And those decisions are fueled by this knowledge, and it's like Sony knows this, and they feel like if they can keep these things quiet, then people will still like them as, like, developers. The same way that, like, if Michael Jordan does a commercial with Mia Hamm with, like, friendly conversation, and they don't know that he's a sociopath, they'll still be big Chicago Bulls fans.
Man. I don't know. Like, I had an active pre-order. I had a pre-order for Detroit Beyond Human at the time that this story broke, which I promptly canceled.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that.
Yeah. I just...
Like, I was gonna pre-order it, but, like, most definitely not now. You know?
There were already some things about that game that were, like, raising questions, and, like, David Cage has seemed like kind of an asshole for years.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some weird shit about, like, how, like, tone deaf that Detroit Beyond Human seemed. Like, that bit when they showed in the Paris Games Week the domestic abuse sequence just out of nowhere with no context. They're like, here's this part where this father, like, murders his daughter. Because why not? And then afterwards, people were like, hey, David Cage, like, why is this in your trailer? And he responded by saying, like, you don't choose to talk about domestic abuse. Like, somehow he was, like, compelled, you know, through some power to, like, show this shit. And he's been a shit for years. And I think the thing that bothers me a lot is that, you know, like, after the press did Sony's job and kind of, like, researched the complaint at Naughty Dog and discovered that there really wasn't any fire where that smoke was. And now the press is, like, doing the research here with Quantic Dream and discovering that, yes, indeed, like, there is shit going on at Quantic Dream and it is terrible. It just means that, like, Sony's human resource department is a giant ball of nothing. And that really bothers me. Like, because that means that, like, employees in whatever division of that company can go to HR and be like, I'm having a bad time, and then get no protection, no support, nothing. And it just, the video game industry can do fucking better. And I don't want to make this just Sony. Like, Sony is not alone in this. There are other companies out there that have had human resources responses which have been, like, just as oblivious. You know, like, offhand, I can think of a couple by, like, say, Nintendo that I know that we all here, like, are, you know, big fans of and love. So I guess what I'm saying is like, come on, game industry, you can do fucking better. You know, people have value, people have worth, and if somebody works for you and says there are shitty things going on, maybe fucking take that seriously and do your due diligence and do the investigation, and don't just be like, yeah, whatever, cog, get back to cogging. Like, that's just fuck that sideways. God damn it.
I feel you, dude. Like, this is thoroughly garbage. But hopefully, maybe something came out on Steam that isn't garbage. Right, Brian? Huh? What do we got? What's going on there?
Well, we're both simultaneously lucky and unlucky today.
Nothing came out?
Today, so far today, only 3 games have come out today.
Okay.
It's a good thing we didn't record yesterday. When 57 games came out on Steam.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Fucking 57 in a day? Whatever, it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some real serious trash amongst the stuff that came out yesterday. There's a game here called Superstar Panda. The game is 79 cents. It looks real bad.
Damn it. I was really hoping with that title. That sounds like fun.
I know. Like, I would like to play a game called Superstar Panda. That sounds fucking awesome. I hate pandas. They're the worst. They make great video games.
Wait, pandas suck, but they're not the worst.
No, they're
man.
dumb animals, man. They won't even drink water unless you, like, dump them in a stream. They'll just sit there and be like, water's a great hypothetical. Water's good. Fucking starve to death because they don't know enough to eat. Pandas are dumb, Rocky. Basically, fuck pandas. Have you met these things? They're trash animals. Pandas are like, they're the sacks of garbage of the animal kingdom. I'm out here standing against pandas.
Brian really hates pandas, guys. Oh, man.
Other stuff that hit Steam within the last 24 hours includes Morleyville Mall demo.
Okay.
A different take on the horror genre. Christmas at Morleyville Mall lets you choose from a variety of roles with different degrees of haunted activity. And it appears to be like a asset flip from the Unity store of walking around an empty mall. That's it.
Why? Is it at least abandoned? Is it like an open mall?
It does not seem to be the case. Good times. Let's see here. Other stuff we've got. Bitcoin Farm. That looks like a great game.
No.
It is also 74 cents.
Okay.
Because that's how this works. That's where we are, everybody. Other exciting stuff. Small Land appears to be an asset flip where you're just really tiny. They've just scaled the first person POV. Welcome to Small Land. Yeah. The aforementioned Superstar Panda about nature's worst animals. Zero Gravity Pool, everybody. It's a VR pool game where they just made the physics wonky.
Oh God.
Yep. Roulette Simulator.
No.
Yeah, Rocky. It's $1.49.
Man, I don't care. Get it away from me. Ugh.
So yeah, but to get back on task, what came out on Steam today? So far, we got a game called Last Wings. It's a multiplayer dynamic dogfight game. Your objective is to destroy enemy aircraft and defenses in 2D environment. Build your team either with or against your friends to have a winning strategy in every game mode. This game looks like hot fucking garbage. The Perfect Sniper. And this kind of looks like if somebody wanted to make a VR version of Cannabolt with guns? I don't know. this actually doesn't look like the worst, which is the strongest endorsement we've ever done during this segment. And a game called With Your Destiny, and it says, its description asserts, With Your Destiny is one of the world's best free-to-play MMORPGs. Oh, because that's a high bar. Based on the historical times of Sword and Axe. It is a virtual world consisting of exciting characters with over 1,000 levels to progress.
1,000 levels? Why? Why 1,000? That sounds insane.
Come and join the fun! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! And it looks like yet another free-to-play Chinese MMO. Because, you know, there's not 900 million of those.
I'm tired.
So that's what came out on Steam today.
All right. Do we have any mail for the cats?
I don't think we have any mail this week. Come on, guys. My cat needs mail to read.
I swear they can read. They're very smart cats. They wear glasses sometimes.
Tegan, how's Nico at the book learning?
Guys, please leave us reviews on Google Play, Stitcher, and iTunes. And you know, every iTunes review gets a buttered biscuit from Brian. Butter on the side. Check out the music at the beginning and the end of this podcast. It's produced by Kev in NA. His latest project, Spirit, is now available on Apple Music, Spotify, and Google Play. We have a bit of exciting news. The Discord is a real thing. Like, we totally have it. We're really excited to interact with you guys there. And also, keep an eye out for Monster Hunter Mondays, which should be starting in February, presumably the Monday after this episode airs. But otherwise, keep up with us. I'm usually on the Twitter. Brian generally runs the Facebook, and you can find Tegan on the Tumblrs.
Which I've got 2 points to raise. One, Rocky, are we going to get people details on how to get access to this fucking Discord? Like, are we going to put that on our social medias?
Yeah, we'll add a invite link that should allow you guys access. So if you're interested in anything Impossible Coin related, you can come by. You could say hi to us. You know, we could talk about some things, or you know, you could just look at photos of cats, because we do that a lot. That's the thing that we do.
The other social media bone to pick I have is specifically Tumblr related. I believe that the good people of Facebook have seen Brian's top 10 of 2017.
Oh, no.
I think that the good people of Twitter have seen Rocky's top 10 of 2017.
No.
The good
Nobody's
people of
seen
Tumblr.
mine.
The good people of Tumblr.
Haven't seen anything, yeah.
That's
I haven't
right.
posted, to be fair, there's only 2 of them. And I don't think I have a top 10. I don't think I have 10 games that I like enough to put in a top 10. I have like a top 4, maybe.
Oh my god, Tegan, please. You played at least 10 games.
I know, but I don't know if I liked any of them enough.
Hey, Rocky, remember that time that we were, like, talking, you know, shop, and, like, Tegan realized that Prey came out last year and flipped the fuck out?
I could put Prey in it. It'd be like Legend of Zelda, Prey. That's
True
like
Towns?
it. Nah. True Towns is fun, but I don't know if it's like a top. I don't know. I don't know. I think those are my top 2 games. You heard it here first. I only liked 2 games last year.
Tegan, please.
Tegan just forgot Splatoon 2 came out last year.
No, I like Splatoon 2, but I don't know if it's the thing. Like, I was real upset about Prey, but like, I don't know, video games are okay.
Oh, man.
Like, yeah. It's end of January, my dudes. Tegan's bad at everything.
Oh my god, Tegan, you there are things that you can do.
I can't eat. I can sleep, I can't eat. And I certainly cannot make a ordered list saying my favorites, anything past Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Prey.
Okay, so Tegan, I know that at the moment you're thinking of yourself like the way Brian sees pandas, but...
What? Wait, how does Brian... What? What?
Yeah, because Brian doesn't believe pandas can do things, but...
Wait a minute,
They
Tegan.
they can roll around and be cute.
Wait, I have a question, Tegan. This is similar to my Tegan, are you eating question from earlier.
No, I'm not eating.
No, this is not that. Like, Tegan, did you get up to go put the bowl away or something? I was talking about how pandas are the worst for like a good 2 minutes.
Oh, I did have to get my cat out of our liquor cabinet.
Oh,
So maybe I missed that part.
Yeah, no, Brian doesn't like pandas.
Well, to bring him to speed, pandas are fucking nature's trash.
Pandas,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
actually
no.
nature's worst animals. That's what he said.
Pandas
Yep.
are cute.
Okay,
Pandas
but anyways,
are cute.
Tegan, I'm gonna
wrong.
give you the same advice that I give all my friends. Believe in yourself.
I can't do it.
Wear better clothes.
Nope, I can't do that. I can't.
And-
my fashion's fine.
And be funnier. Just do it.
And you don't have to fucking wait to sit in the middle of a stream to drink water. You know,
I drink water. I'm well hydrated.
Congratulations, you're already better than a panda then.
I just don't eat food. I'm worse than a panda. Pandas at least eat.
No, they fucking don't. That's the whole point.
Don't, Tegan.
What?
They don't eat.
All right, Tegan, do you know that they have to get people dressed up like fucking pandas? They dress assholes up like pandas. And they're like, they go into the wild and they're like, hey, panda, look, I'm a panda. I've got this bamboo. It's delicious. Look at me, fellow panda. This is what I do. And then the first panda, the real panda, just sits there and goes, and they just don't fucking know. They don't know, Tegan. They don't know.
Maybe I am the panda. I'm the
No,
panda of
Tegan,
the podcast.
Tegan,
I can't do
we
it.
are your
It's
friends.
impossible.
We value you.
Oh my
we
God.
think you're
It's
awesome.
too far
and you
gone.
are no
It's not
panda.
worth it.
Tegan, you are no fucking panda.
I'm the cutest panda. I'm cute and I'm dying. Hey, I'm definitely a panda.
Oh my God, Tegan, please.
Ugh.
Okay, so guys, I think that's where we're gonna. I think we got to close it out today, so Tegan can actually get some food. Blue Apron, please give us money. We'll make sure that Tegan eats. I swear to God.
I'll film it and put it on Twitch.
Hey, let's go.
God, we certainly can't get Tegan food if we get sponsored by like fucking like Tufted Needle or something. Like, because then they'll just give those mattress boxes. Ugh. God.
I'll take spawns from Japan Crate too. I bet I'll eat all that. Yum candy.
Ugh.
Oh my God, Tegan, no more candy.
All the candy! More candy!
Oh my.
More candy!
Okay, so guys, you know, from Impossible Coin, I'm Rocky Hardy, and I'm exhausted.
Tegan Somerset, and I guess I'm dying.
And I'm Brian Cartwright, and I'm coming for you, pandas. Peace.
Bye!
Later.